All right. Greetings and hello, everyone. This is Tony Coleman-Brown, and I want to welcome you to our masterclass tonight. And the masterclass is called 5 Growth Hacks That Will Transform Your Business in 7 days or less. So it is 9 o'clock on the dot, and we are going to jump right in. All right. So tonight, what we're going to learn 5 growth hacks that will transform your business, especially when you implement these changes right away. You'll be able to see results in 7 days or less. Now, what I would like you guys to do tonight is I would love it if you could stay to the very end of this webinar, because I am going to share with you a link that's going to help you get results a whole lot faster and in no time flat. What I would like you to do tonight, if you could please make sure that you are fully engaged. I would love it if you would pay close attention to the information, because I truly believe that this information will change the trajectory of your business, and it will also change your life. So hi, who am I? I'm Tony Coleman-Brown. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the founder of the Network for Women in Business. And basically, I've been in marketing for a very long time, guys. I've been a successful marketer, and I was able to help Doubleday Direct to launch one of its best book clubs in the history of that company. And what we did was we were able to take it to $25 million in sales in 30 days. That was amazing. And the book club went on to actually earn millions and millions of dollars each and every month. It's probably one of my proudest projects that I've worked on, aside from starting the Network for Women in Business, of course. I am a course creator. I'm also a small business coach. I'm an online marketing expert. And basically what I've been doing for a very long time is list building and audience creation. I've been helping people to build and grow their list. One of the things that I did that I was also pretty proud of was I was able to grow my network marketing home-based business to $1 million in sales and generate a five-figure monthly income. And I did this all via list building, guys. What I also did with the Network for Women in Business was that I've been able to generate thousands and thousands of dollars in sales and thousands of transactions. And I've also created a wildly popular small business boot camp for women. Basically, I've had members and students and clients, and I've helped them achieve success. But my primary mission over these next 10 years is to help 10 million people over the next 10 years achieve success. And I fully believe that I am going to be able to do that. What I love, guys, is I love generating leads online. I absolutely love it. I believe that there's nothing like the look of a notification or the sound of a notification when you've gotten a new lead. I realized that a long time ago, especially in my home-based business, that there is just nothing like new business to breathe life into your business. There's nothing like it when you have new customers coming into the door and you have new leads coming through the pipeline. Like I said, there's nothing like getting a new lead to breathe life into an existing business. Because if you don't have new leads coming through your business, what's going to end up happening is it's going to die a very slow death. Now, what's even better than generating leads, guys, is converting those leads. And lead conversion, I have to tell you, it creates momentum. And if there's one thing that I learned through my home-based business and just in business in general, is that there's one thing to get a lead, but then there's a whole new thing to convert a lead. And that takes a different set of skills. But once you begin to convert leads and basically generate sales and bring on new clients throughout your sales journey and your sales process, what it does for you and your business, it helps you to believe what is possible, right? So there's nothing like generating your first sale in any business, whether it's a sale that you made when you went to an event or whether it's a sale that you generated online. When you have new leads and you convert those leads into customers or clients, it is the beginning of what is now possible. What you probably thought was impossible, now you know is possible in your business. So let's get into it. Basically, the 5 growth hacks that I'm about to share is going to help you get to freedom. And what I mean by freedom, I'm talking about debt freedom, travel freedom, work freedom, retirement freedom, and income freedom. Because at the end of the day, most of us go into business not just to be in business and work extremely hard and work ourselves to death. Most of us go into business because we're looking to create and build leverage. We're looking to be able to leave something behind. We're looking to be able to change the trajectory of our family and our lives. And that's what these growth hacks are really all about. And what I've learned is that the only way to get to that freedom is by generating leads and converting them into customers. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight, how to do that. So now it's time for us to get right into these 5 growth hacks, because now that you understand what growth really means, I'm going to teach you these hacks so that you can get into freedom a whole lot faster, especially when it comes down to getting what you need, your website, and everything to do so you can generate leads online. So the first growth hack is simplify your messaging on your website. Now, I've gone to a lot of websites, and I have to tell you that a lot of the messaging is not clear. And what you may or may not realize is that when you make your visitors work really hard to try to understand what your business is all about, what ends up happening is they begin to have brain freeze. And, when a person has to work hard to really understand what it is that you offer, what's going to happen is they're going to leave your website. They're not going to work with you. Because believe it or not, if you've ever taken a test, like a standardized test, and you've walked out of the test and you just felt extremely exhausted, well, I'm here to tell you that if you didn't know, making your brain work really hard truly burns a lot of calories. And when you burn those calories trying to process with your brain, then it makes you tired and exhausted, and you just really kind of phase out. And that's exactly what happens when people go to your website and you just have a lot of stuff and your messaging is not very clear. So what I want to do right now is I have some examples of some websites. So as you can see, this is Allie Brown. This is Brenda Bouchard, and this is Michael Porter of Get Book Solid. Now I'm gonna show you these 3 examples because I want you to see exactly what I'm talking about, right? So let's look at Allie Brown's website. When you go to Allie Brown's website, first you'll see that, okay, she's the entrepreneurial guru for women, leadership redefined. And then she has all of these navigation bars so that you can figure out what's going on with Allie Brown. But then when you go down here, she has As Seen on The Secret Millionaire on ABC, because she has all of this stuff. This is social proof, and this is really good. But then when you come down here, she has a testimony from one of her clients, which is good. But then she has some free articles where you can have an opt-in, and she talks about these 10 secrets. This is a CD and audio program that she's been giving away for a very long time. Then she has her podcast here. Then when you come down here, you have some of the episodes from the podcast. And then when you come down, you have some of her blog posts. And then you see her again, and it says Leadership Redefined. And this is kind of like, it's really duplication. And it's really a lot of information here. It's a lot for you to take in. And when you first come to the website, it's not really clear what Allie Brown can really do for you. So this is not a good example of having a clear message. So you'll come here, but I think that you'll kind of think in your mind, how do I really engage with her? What can she really do for me? I don't think the messaging is really clear. But yet Allie Brown does very well. She's very popular, and she has a really big podcast. Then it's Brendan Burchard. Now, everybody knows Brendan Burchard. Now, what he has here when you go to his website is video, okay? Then when you scroll down, he has these 3 words: live, love, and matter. And you can kind of get what Brendan Burchard is all about. You see, he has a lot of stuff on his menu bar. Then he has all of his social media stuff here. And then you have an opt-in, free access to Brendan's 4 breakthroughs. So I don't know. Then there's a lot of copy here. You keep scrolling down. Of course, you see that he is popular. He knows some celebrities. He's been on Success Magazine. He has a book. He has his blog posts here. Then you go down. He has courses on demand. He has live coaching. And you keep going on and on and on and on and on. And it's really not that clear how you can really engage in him. You can buy his stuff. That's very clear. But it's not clear with regards to what he could really do for you. And the big headline, live, love, matter, I'm not sure what that means. And I don't know if you really understand what that means. But nevertheless, that's his website. And he does very well as well. He's very popular and very well known. But then when you come to this website here, and it says, get booked solid, 3 words. And then it says 93% of our small business coaching clients who have implemented the Book Yourself Solid system have increased their client sales by over 34%. And here, you look over here, is a very short menu, right? Not a lot. The logo and everything, not a lot. And then when you scroll down, you see Book Yourself Solid School of Coach Training, okay? So you can understand, it says, imagine being an in-demand Book Yourself Solid certified coach. Your future is 1 click away. And then you see the books, and then that's it. So this website right here, when I go to this website, I know right off the bat exactly what I'm going to get. I'm going to learn how to get booked solid. This website right here is a 110% winner. It's very clear. I don't have to think too hard. I don't have to look all over the place. It is dead on. And Michael Port, he's just straight up killing it in the game. And, I don't think I really need to say much more about that. And as you can see, having a clear message makes a huge difference in what your website can do for you. Clear messaging, guys, it converts. Your website needs a headline that your visitors, when they get there, they get it right away. And remember, you only have 3 seconds to convince people that they've come to the right place. So understand, 3 words, clear message, clear headline, that does it. Then this is growth hack number 2. And if you don't have this, you can implement these things, and you can implement them right away, and you will see a big improvement in your website performance, and you'll generate leads, and you'll be able to convert them to sales, and it'll make just an overall difference in your business. You need an opt-in on your website. You need a way to capture leads that's upfront and in your face. Now look at our website, the Network for Women in Business. When you come to this website, what you're going to see is the logo, and you're going to see right smack in front of your face, we help female entrepreneurs to grow their business. Get started with this free guide, 50 Ways to Grow Your Business on Social Media, by the founder, me. Download your free guide, right? And then when you look up here at the menu, You have another way to get the free guide. Then you have the member login, so it's clear that it's a membership site. And then we talk about the events. And I think I just recently put up a podcast navigation, because we have a new podcast now that you could be featured on. So very exciting stuff. But as you can see, when I did this, when I changed the headline and made the message super clear, and I added this freebie right here up front and in your face when you get to the website, it began to convert like crazy. I began to see leads coming through every single day with this layout. So I promise you, if you do this in your business, you're going to see the exact same thing. So growth hack number 3, give them a reason why they should listen to you. Yes, this is so important, guys, because you saw on Allie Brown's website that she had testimonies, right? Give testimonies on your website, because there's nothing like having a good testimony that shows your visitors that you are approved, you have been documented, and you are an approved expert, and you have definitely made it in helping other people in your area of expertise. And there's nothing that shows yourself approved like a really good testimony. So here's a testimony that I have on my page. It's a pretty long one, but at the end of the day, if you read the testimony, it is so good, and it shows. It says, if you look at number 2, first of all, you notice that my giveaway is 50 ways to market and promote your business on social media. Now look at this testimony. It's all about when this person came to my event, how to build your brand on a shoestring budget using social media. Look at paragraph number 2. She says, I'm not a big fan of social media, yet I know I need to reach potential customers. So I listened to Ms. Coleman-Brown's presentation. I was doubtful because I had heard some of it before, but when I went home and tried some of her suggestions, to say I was surprised when things worked is an understatement. In the past 6 weeks, my Facebook fans increased from 176 to over 3,500 fans, and growing. So look at this testimony. It's like showing, I mean, I couldn't have someone say any better what I do and how I do it. So you need that. Look at this other testimony, right? This is from someone that I did some coaching with, and she's in the home-based business arena. She said, oh my God, I've gone from a rising star to a top retailer, now to a top recruiter. I can now claim it. Thank you, Tony Coleman-Brown. You gave me 2 pieces of advice that were so simple but impactful. You told me, 1, to go from retailer to recruiter, and it was just a 1-degree shift in my mindset. Number 2, you said the key to succeed was simple. Stop quitting one company and running to another company and starting all over again. Plant your flag, stay there. That's what I told her, and it helped her achieve success. So guys, you should know that basically when you keep things simple, when you have a clear message, and when you have testimonies, it helps your website to convert. Hack number 4, and this is a really important one too. You need to increase your website load speed. If your website is slow, what's going to end up happening is, with a slow website, is that people are going to leave. And when people leave your website, you're not going to be able to convert them, because, they're one and done. Remember, you only have 3 seconds to capture their attention online, okay? And number 5, so we're at the 5th growth hack really fast. So the biggest change and the biggest growth hack that you're going to have to make is the change that's going to have to come from you. You're going to have to be the person that you want to become. And you can't just talk about it. You really have to be about it. Now, this growth hack starts with you. It's a life hack, but yet at the same time, it definitely will cause you growth. So basically, when you make the appropriate changes and you follow the right systems, you really can get what you want. And it truly starts with knowing what you want and being very clear about it. If you want money, how much money do you want? And by when do you want to get the money? And what are you going to do in exchange for getting it? Because nobody can get anything, for nothing. So nobody gets something for nothing. And what's your plan to get there? So basically, you have to create your own personal growth hack plan. And that starts off with you being clear and specific about what you want. I talked about this on a video that I did a couple of days ago, and it's really from Napoleon Hill. And he talks about 6 steps that you can incorporate in your life that can help you get whatever it is you want, whether it's money, whether it's a new house, whether it's to take a vacation, whatever it is you want, you can get it. But you have to be specific and clear about what it is you want. You definitely have to put a date to it, because if you just kind of throw it out there and leave it out there, then it's just going to do just that. It's going to sit out there and it's never going to manifest itself to anything. Then you have to know what you're going to give in exchange for getting what you want, because life, it's a universal law. Life is all about giving and receiving. So what are you going to give in order to receive what it is that you want? Then you have to create a detailed plan with detailed action steps, because at the end of the day, you can't go into a bank and ask for money without a business plan. So why would you even ever think that you can get what you want out of life without creating a life plan? Then you have to visualize yourself getting what you want, and you need to do those types of visualizations at least twice a day. And then you have to do this until it happens for you. And that's just it, really and truly. That's how it works. That's how you're able to get what you want. You can't make money without having a plan. So I asked a question a couple of days ago. Where is your next sale going to come from? And that's something that's really important for you to consider when you're in business. Where is your next sale going to come from? Is it going to come from social media? Is it going to come from email marketing? Or maybe it's going to come from vendor events. Or maybe you're going to pick up the phone and you're going to dial for dollars. Or maybe you'll place an ad in a newspaper. Or maybe you'll place digital marketing ads on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or LinkedIn. Or maybe your sales are going to come from a referral. A lot of people forget about the whole good old-fashioned way of referrals, because at the end of the day, if your customers like you, then they must know somebody who would also like you. And a lot of us forget about referrals. But if you don't know where your next sale is going to come from, then you won't grow, right? So you have to have a plan. You have to put a plan in place. And what's my point in saying all of this? Basically, I want you to know that I gave you 5 growth hacks. And everything I teach, it really and truly works, especially when you implement it. But if you want to have the dream life, the dream business, where you are able to travel when you want, where you're able to get rid of all of your debt, and I don't know what happened to my picture here, where you're able to pay off college tuition for your kids, and this one was retire, so the retire one disappeared. I don't know what happened to it, but you're going to have to get serious about growth and about creating a plan. And what that means is you're going to have to take everything that we talked about tonight to heart and really get serious and have a heart-to-heart conversation with yourself. Because what happens, and what I've noticed with a lot of entrepreneurs, because I work with a lot of entrepreneurs, is that they have a lot of blind spots in their business. And they're called blind spots because you can't see them. You don't know that they exist. And I'll give you an example. I was having a conversation with someone that was interested in working with me to create a book. And, one of the things that I asked, one question that I asked this person was, what is it that you want to happen as a result of you writing a book? So what is it that you really want? Is it that you want fame? Is it that you want fortune? Is it that you want to become a speaker? What is it that you want as a result of writing a book? And they basically said they wanted to be an influencer. They wanted to have, speaking engagements. They wanted to help people. They wanted to, of course, make money and all of that other good stuff. They wanted to do all of that. And then I asked a question. I said, well, do you have a website? And they said no. So that, and then I put out, how much it's going to cost, because putting out a book and releasing a book can be very expensive. Because to be quite honest with you, even when you look at something as simple as editing, if you want your book to be professionally edited and, not really have any of those mistakes that a lot of books have, that alone can cost you about $1,500. Depending upon how many pages you have in your book. Editing a book is very expensive. So I said to myself, how are you going to accomplish all of these things if you don't have a website? I don't, like that kind of, threw me for a loop. And, I went on social media and there was no big social media following. So if I'm going to throw a price out to you and you don't have a website, and it just didn't make sense, right? 1 + 1 did not equal 2 in that particular equation. So she had a blind spot, right? And when you have blind spots in your business, what you really need is someone that's going to come along, that's going to tell you the truth, that's going to be in your face and just going to let you know, not in a bad way, not in a way that's going to hurt your feelings, but in a way that's going to help you get on the right track so you can see things a lot clearer. Because, one of the things that you can't do, you've heard a lot of entrepreneurs and they'll say to you, you can't build your business by yourself. You really need to have other people around you. You really need to be able to bounce ideas off of people. When it comes down to putting together your, just your headline on your websites, or just look at your websites to give you feedback on it, you need to be around the right people that can help you with that can help you with the blind spots. And that's where the Network for Women in Business truly comes in. Because what we do is we help you clean up your messy business. And what we do is we start out by using our system and our framework for success. And our framework for success is simple. It's called Focus, Finish, Promote, and Profit. And basically what we do is take you through our framework to help you gain clarity with regards to what it is that you want to do in your business. We help you get clear with regards to what you should be focusing in on your business. Because let's be clear, a lot of people have places and areas in their business that are gold mines, and they just don't even realize that they're gold mines. And why they don't realize that they're gold mines is because they haven't really taken the time to do the assessment and the adjustment that they need to do. They haven't taken the time to figure out, what is that one thing that's really working in my business that I should really be focusing on? What is that one product or one course or one info product that I should be building out to monetize? What is that main service or product that I should be promoting? And once I start promoting it, how am I going to profit? What does profit looks like? What is the profit equation for me and my business? And that's what the Focus, Finish, Promote, and Profit system helps you to figure out. It helps you to figure out these things. Now, what's crazy about the Network for Women in Business is the fact that you can join it for only $19.95 a month. And you get access to that framework and that system. But what's even crazier is that you can join for just $1. You could take a 7-day trial for $1. $1. But here's what's about to happen, because membership is closing for the Network for Women in Business. I am actually shutting it down on August 1st of this year. So that's in a couple of weeks, in about 2 weeks. So what I'm going to be doing over the next 2 weeks is looking for people that are interested in building their online audience, building lead pages that convert, growing your list, increasing your sales, using better copy, creating your first info product, running profitable Facebook ads, and building your first sales funnel. In addition to that, what you're going to do is create your own success story, and you're going to have me as a guide. So basically, we're going to open up membership again, but membership is not going to open up until the end of October. So we're going to have August, September, and October, and we're going to work with the group of people that decide to become members, and we're going to help them to build their online audience. Because one of the things that I've realized, and one of the things that I've recognized since I've been in business, is that what I see with a lot of entrepreneurs is this. Just like with the woman that I told you about, the story that I told you about before, and I basically told you that there was this woman, and we were, talking about becoming a client, and she said she want to be an influencer, want to be a speaker, want to help a lot of people, but no website, no real presence. And people want to promote, but then they don't have an audience to really promote to. They don't have a list. They're scared of technology. But let me tell you guys something. And this is facts. This is the truth. Honestly, it is so much easier to generate leads online today than it was when I first started out many, many moons ago. Because when I first started generating leads online, honestly, guys, I had to know how to code a little bit. I needed to know a little bit of HTML. But today you really don't have to do that. And I'm going to be showing I'm going to be sharing so much over the next 8 to 10 weeks. It's going to be amazing. And I'm really looking for people that really want some intense training and coaching. They want to get in a circle with serious accountability, no excuses. I want some beta testers, and I want to make it happen. And basically what I'm looking for are people that I can have and create success stories for, so that you can participate on my panel at my next Small Business Bootcamp for Women, which is going to be absolutely epic. I'm truly, truly excited. I'm excited about what I've built out. I'm excited about the students that I've helped in the past. And here is one of them. And basically, Tracy, what she had to say was, before I thought it would, before the event, is what she wanted to say was, I thought it would be hard to build my own lead capture pages. But after the training was over, I created not only one lead capture page, but multiple pages, and I created my first Facebook ad. You must join a network. You won't regret it. And this is facts, guys. You would not regret it. I've helped a lot of people over the years, but I'm really looking to have some true life-changing testimonies. I am looking for about 20 people to create some life-changing testimonies. And this is going to be the beginning of what is going to be my very own signature program, and another signature program for the Network for Women in Business. Because once you become a member of the Network for Women in Business, you can also promote the Network for Women in Business and make money from the membership and make money from the courses that we have. And a lot of the courses, what I'm doing is taking them and making them independent courses so that you can not only sell the membership, but you can sell the courses and earn affiliate income. I'm telling you, I am so proud of what I've created. One of our members recently said, "Oh my God, Tony, I just love the platform that you've put together. It is absolutely amazing, and it is just everything." I'm very proud of the membership portal and the platform and the courses that we have, and I am extremely proud because what's going to happen over the next 10 to 12 weeks, is that I am going to be creating the first high ticket program for the Network for Women in Business. So therefore, our members will be able to use this course to generate real big dollars. Because right now, with the membership at $20 and $47, basically what will happen is you get a percentage, you get 30%. And I mean, and over time, and over numbers, that does add up to a lot. And it's not just a one-time 30%. It's every time the person pays their membership, you get the 30%, which is really huge. Because at the end of the day, think about it. If you were able to refer people to Planet Fitness, and you were able to get a percentage of their membership every time they paid their monthly club fees, and you referred 10 people and say you got half of it, and that was $10. 10 people, that's an extra $100 every single month when they pay their membership. It's the same way with the Network for Women in Business. It's really nothing to sneeze at, but this is going to be epic. This fourth quarter is going to be epic for a lot of people that decide that they're ready to take the next step. And I just want to know, are you next? Are you going to be the next person to become a member of the Network for Women in Business? So with that, what I would like to do is actually open it up to see if you guys have any questions, because you can actually ask questions in the chat. If you have any questions as it relates to the Network for Women in Business, let me know. And I would be happy to answer them. Because some of the things that people want to know is, okay, if I become a member and I go through this with you, how will I get access to the information? Well, a lot of the information is held in our membership portal. Even when we have coaching calls, all of that information is housed in the membership portal. So even if you're not able to be on a live coaching call, you will have access to that. And let's see if there are other questions that people have as it relates to this. Some people want to know, basically, will you have to spend any additional money as it relates to building your audience from scratch? Well, basically what I do is I recommend all the tools that you will need to be able to start generating leads. And what I try to do is I try to deal with everything on a budget perspective, but I look at it in two different ways. There are multiple ways that you can, generate leads online. You can do it by, using a SaaS, which is a software as a service, or you can use your own assets, which is if you have your own website, you can build your lead capture pages on your own website. I like to be able to do both. There are pros and cons of both, and I really work with you to determine what is the best thing for you and your business. Let's see. Other people want to know is do you get one-on-one help? Well, because the Network for Women in Business right now doesn't have thousands and thousands of members yet, and I'm saying yet, it's very personal. You are able to really get some good one-on-one attention from me because of the fact that it's a small group right now with not, hundreds and hundreds of people where you could get lost. But let me just say a little bit about that. Even when groups grow to be big memberships, that's also a good thing, because what tends to happen is the fact that when it gets to be big, the members tend to become the coaches as well. So what happens in big groups is, say for instance, if I'm not around to answer a lot of questions, the members will step in, because you'll have members with all types of backgrounds and all types of levels of expertise. And basically what happens with that is that they're able to come in and answer any questions that you might have. And let's see, any other questions? Some people want to know a little bit about the podcast and how do you get featured in the podcast? Well, we have a new podcast for the Network for Women in Business, and that's also a good reason for you to become a member, because all of our members are able to get featured on the podcast. And one of the things that we're doing with the podcast is we're promoting it across all of our social media, and we're looking to really grow the podcast. As you guys know, we have over 45,000 followers on our Facebook fan page. And when we promote our posts, what tends to happen is we get more reach with our posts, and so that's more exposure for you. So it's all about the members with the Network for Women in Business. And let's see. Someone said, you mentioned the Small Business Bootcamp for Women. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Yes. So the Small Business Bootcamp for Women is taking place on November 16th, which is a Saturday. It's going to be in New York at the Radisson. It's in New Rochelle, which is right above the Bronx. And it's right off of the Metro North train line. You can walk from the Metro North train line to the hotel. Now, the Network for Women in Business, the Small Business Bootcamp for Women is a one-day event. It's a sales and marketing conference. And this year we're going to focus on building your online audience and also growing your audience with a podcast. So we're going to talk to you about creating your own podcast, and we're going to talk about all of the methods, and we're going to showcase all of our students and talk about all of the methods that you can use to truly grow your business. Because as we are moving into the fourth quarter, the one thing that you do not want to do is move into the fourth quarter and not have anybody to talk to. Because here's what's going to happen in the fourth quarter as it relates to social media and all of that stuff. If you haven't already noticed, but on social media, you do not see the posts of a lot of your family and a lot of your friends. And that's because advertisers are dominating the feed. So basically, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, they all have a feed. And if you have a tsunami of advertisers saying that I want this ad to get in front of these people, basically Facebook has a fiduciary responsibility for getting those ads in front of the people that they're targeting when they create those ads, right? So advertisers are dominating the feed. And once you get to the holiday season, the advertisers will have it. They will run the social media feeds. You will not be able to just post on social media and generate sales or generate interest in your products or service. So that's why you need to start right now with building your audience, because what you want to be able to do is when Black Friday rolls around and you offer your Black Friday sale, you don't want to post on social media. You want to send an email out to your email list, the same way Amazon did during Amazon Prime Day. They weren't out there, yeah, they may have had some digital advertising going on and advertising on the television and all of that stuff, but they were emailing their Prime customers. That's how they were generating their sales. And that's what you want. You want an audience that you will be able to really get to know you, like you, and trust you. Since the beginning, since I had my first small business boot camp, which was back in 2012, I have always talked about the push and the pull of social media. And the way that works is you have to push good content out to pull people out of social media. You want to get them out of social media and onto your list, and you want to get into their pocketbook as soon as you possibly can. And what we're going to be doing over the next 12 weeks with our members is we are going to be teaching them how to do that, how to create a presence. And it's not just grabbing them on the list, because here's the other mistake that a lot of people make, right? You grab a lead, you get them on your list, then you let them sit. You don't email them. Well, let me tell you what my mentor said to me many years ago. Now, I don't follow this to the hilt, but I'll tell you that it's true and it works. He said, 2 emails a day keeps the job away. 2 emails a day. And he was of the mindset that you email your list until they do one of 2 things. They buy or they unsubscribe. And he lived and died by that. Well, he ain't dead, so let me not say that. But he lived by that mantra. 2 emails a day keeps the job away. You email them until they do one of 2 things, either buy or subscribe. And that's what you want in your business. Now, I'm not saying you have to send emails every day, but there's something called an induction sequence. And in your induction sequence, that's when you're introducing yourself to your list. You're getting your people to know you, like you, and trust you. And there's certain emails that you want to send during that induction period. And that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about all of that stuff. And we're going to, show you how to figure out what's going to work with your market and what's not going to work with your market, how to ask your market questions so that you can figure out what they want and what they need, and how you can build your very own signature products and how you can start generating income. The ultimate goal here is that these next 6 months are way better than the past 6 months, and that you have a life-changing experience. So let's see if there are any more questions here that you guys have. Let's see, any more questions? Here's a question, so if you get started with the program and you get into it, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever, however long, and you decide that, guess what? I've been a member now a month, 2 months. I don't want to be a member anymore. You can cancel your membership at any time. But because of the low price and because of the value that you're going to get and the value that's already in the membership portal, we believe that you will be around for a very long time. And also because we have such an amazing affiliate program that you can pretty much, if you get 2 or 3 referrals to the Network for Women in Business, your membership is basically paid for. So we believe that you're going to be around for a while. So let's see, any more questions? All right, so I don't see any more questions, but the link is www.thenetworkforwomeninbusiness.com. And I would hope that you guys would definitely, I'm going to type it into the chat so you can go to the right place. And I hope that you guys decide to become members and that you decide to work with me over the next 10 to 12 weeks. It is going to be an amazing experience. I know that I've been able to help a lot of people achieve success, but life for me is all about that mission of 10 million people over the next 10 years. And I'm just not going to stop until it happens, because I believe that that's my ultimate mission in life. I believe that that's the direction that God is leading me in. And I definitely want to be impactful and I want to change lives. And I believe that this platform that I've created is going to help a lot of people. It already has. There have been so many people that have come through the doors when we've opened the doors. There have been so many people that have listened to our training sessions when we've had our live webinars. And I mean, and I'm not talking about people just from the United States. I'm talking about people from all over the world that have been on our training calls, whether it was a conference call or a webinar or a live. We have been impacting the lives of a lot of people, but there are a lot more that we want to impact. And I'm hoping that one of those people will be you. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for being on the webinar tonight. And if you've been watching us live, thank you for watching us live. I believe this has been some really great information, and membership will be closing at the end of this month. So it's just $1, guys, for a 7-day trial. And we are actually going to start the classes next week. We're going to start the classes next week. Even though we're going to end membership, we're not going to start the classes in August. We're going to start the classes next week. So I'm really excited about this. I hope that you guys are too. I hope that you decide to become members, and I will see you inside the membership area and also in our private, super private Facebook group. You guys, thank you so much for participating tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you've learned a lot, and I hope that you will decide to become a member with us, and let's go to the next level, and let's make the last 6 months of this year the best part of this year. And I will see you on, oh, let's see, somebody else. Okay, thank you. You're welcome, Gladys. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And like I said, I'm excited. I'm excited for the next level, and I'm excited for each and every one of you. You guys take care, and I will talk to you guys soon. This webinar is now officially over.